A Lorraine, and the Cubs Pepsi lineup, perhaps a glimpse of the future. Bobby Hill leading off at second base. Corey Patterson bats second in center field. Angel Echeverria takes over Sosa's spot in right. Moises Alou, the Cub cleanup man today. Alex Gonzalez is the shortstop. Mark Bellhorn, with McGriff getting a day off against the lefty, is at first base. Bill Miller at third. Todd Hundley behind the plate. Joe Girardi also bothered with a bad back. And Matt Clement seeking his 11th win of the season. Andrew Lorraine 7-11 at AAA. Joe making his first major league start since April 3rd of the year 2000 against the Diamondbacks with the Cubs. His last major league appearance was in July of that same year with the Cleveland Indians.
But Chip, the one thing about Lorraine, he's not going to throw. He's not going to be very overpowering. He's not going to throw the fastball by his best pitch is his fastball, but he will rely on location, location, location. And one thing the Cubs have always had problems with is guys who throw the ball very soft to the left-handed side. And behind.
Wonderful news back in Chicago. We're all thinking about you today.
And Chip, at the Cubs convention, there'll be an extra worker on
That's
hand.
right.
So yeah,
that's absolutely
congrats,
right.
Annie.
Well, here's Bobby Hill. He'll lead things off against your leagues. Hit 280 down at AAA Iowa. We'll see if Hill can work the count and then use that speed. The real interesting part, Bobby Hill helps him here this afternoon against Lorraine.
Jim, one of the things that you'll have to worry about, Corey Patterson slot, so you don't want to mess with a young guy's mind too much and change their way of hitting.
Hill pops that up in foul ground. It is going to bounce on top of the Brewer dugout. Out of the time, that's very good.
Yeah, he finds a way to get on base. He finds a way to score runs.
Another pop up, and that's out of play. Click at the top of the order. They're doing it against Andrew Lorraine today. Misses way high, full count.
A guy, once they've been up and get sent back down to AAA.
There's a rope into left field for Bobby Hill. Lenny Harris on the run, has to dive to knock it down. Hill never stopped, and he's going to hustle in with a sliding leadoff double.
Chip, I was going to make the comment, when you come back the second time, you play a little bit better because once you, it will be a good one.
No balls and a strike to Patterson. How does the situational hitting for Patterson change with a man at second? Is it
move the guy along, do whatever you can to move Bobby Hill to third base.
2-strike count to Patterson. Shortens the stroke, hits it deep to left, where Harris gathers it in. Hill could not tag, and Corey cannot advance the base. Terrific at first base, in right field, and even more importantly, off the Cub bench, which is another area that Jim Hendry.
This year has been very problematic, but this young man here, Angel Echeverria, he is a keeper. I like his work ethic. I like how that catches all the balls until that one big star comes out, and then the superstar goes out there and catches it, takes away his job.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
You know, Angel gets
two.
1 ball, 2 strikes with Hill out at second base, and that one tipped away off the Milwaukee catcher up in mid-September to Cincinnati, New York, and Pittsburgh. And down on strikes. Lorraine just kept going away, and Angel couldn't stop himself. Alou.
You talk about doing the little things. Corey Patterson not able to get Hill over, and now Echeverria not able to put the ball in play. But that was a good spot for the fastball. Telling away. You work the guy away, make him swing at your pitch once you get 2 strikes.
He's knocked in a run in the series and is 3-for-11. Lorraine not a guy that will look overly impressive as far as the rate.
Made adjustments, and they face a soft toss and left-hander, Andrew Lorraine.
Over but low. But second after a leadoff double, still standing there with 2 outs. And Alou down to his final strike. Real frustrating thing all year.
It just saves energy. You don't have to run to first base. Put the ball in play. Anything can happen.
2-2. It's full count.
Here's we were here, so very impressive.
Drastic improvement. 3-2. And he wouldn't give in to Alou. He walks him. And he'll take his chances with.
Will face Alex. Face Moises.
Breaking ball at the belt outside corner. There's a rocket hit to left, but right at Harris. And the inning is over. No runs, one hit, two left. Cubs get a leadoff double, and Hill was anchored at second base. Here come the Brewers against him from Wrigley. 7,000. Bellhorn flies that one into right, and Thompson puts that away. One with the Cubs-Cardinals game potentially tomorrow. The other bit of news that is of interest as Miller stands in, President get involved with it. President Clinton, you might recall, in 1994 did try to mediate talks between them, and hopefully that will happen. Swing and a miss by Miller. Chased the high fastball from Lorraine. That's been a problematic pitch in this series. 2 out.
This pitch is to hit.
Go, Todd.
Todd Hundley 8 for his last 15. Batting from the right side. Much more closed stance than we've seen in week.
In today's paper, when he talked about he had been trying to use more of his body to hit, and you could see when he was swing and miss with your feet and the balance, and that's what he's been doing, stand back on the ball, and now using his upper body, and he's home runs, 3 RBIs, and hopefully it's something he can build upon.
And Bruce Kim almost indicated as much as well. There really is, but Joe can't go today with a bad back.
I got a bad back? Well, you get there too.
My guess is Angel Echeverria would be the emergency catcher, and there's a high fly ball belted to left, but he got too much wind under that one too. Sharply hit. Good at bat for Hundley, but he flies out to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, still scoreless. To convert that into office and condominium space and a big shopping district, so that's got him fired up. It's very close to the ballpark here. So this new facility is certainly helping raise the pride factor and the consciousness factor of Bobby Hill and Corey Patterson to work against Andrew Lorraine. A little squibber that the pitcher will field easily. And Clement
struck out on a fastball inside, didn't get the job done. And one of the things I noticed, Chip, young guys, when they take their head off the ball, you got to keep your head in there and drive the ball to the opposite field, especially with 2 strikes. That's what happened to Bobby Hill last night.
One question we get an awful lot regarding Hill and Aesop Choi or any of the others, because Hill plays second base. Well, that's where Mark Bellhorn has been such a standout performer for the Cubs team. The other side of that equation, though, is in all likelihood, Fred's not going to be on this team next year, and you've got to get a look at what your future's.
Chasing 500 home runs, which he will not get this year, 92 RBIs, so he has a chance to get 1,500 RBIs. Once you reach those plateaus, I think you'll see McGriff take a little bit here he's had to let him reach those plateaus, the 30 home runs, the 100 RBIs for his career, which would be 1,500 RBIs.
Or McGriff at first.
Well, you could do all of those, all of the above. I'm sure Bruce Kim will be looking at that when he's faced with the situation.
Again, Hill for the second time works it. You don't want him riding that shuttle between your AAA team and the major leagues.
That was only in New York when they had that Columbus shuttle.
Man. Lined up the middle, and Bobby Hill's 2 out of 2.
And he's worked the count both times to not see. So good job there by Bobby Hill.
Patterson jumps at the first pitch, drives that one deep left center. Harris with the glasses gleaming on the warning track makes the catch. Corey can't advance Hill. He's played Pepper with the left fielder twice, and it's hot quickly. The Astros are nipping at their heels, just 3.5 games out of first. Houston at home against San Diego tonight, and the Reds winning big. If Houston,
it's always good to get those veterans back.
Fastball missed. Ball 2 balls, no strikes. Hill at first with 2 outs, not moving. And Lorraine drops that one over. Be on the outside looking in right now if the playoffs start tomorrow. And that one crushed down the left field line, but foul for a 2-2 count.
Boy, if you had a chance to watch a phenomenal job.
What is it about the West? That's 2 straight years that division's boasted a team with a 15-game win streak. The Mariners did it last season when they won 116 times.
It's going to be very tough.
3-2 pitch. Runner goes with 2 outs and a bullet to left. Hill around second. Thinks about running on Lenny Harris. Fell down. And we'll head back to second. 3rd hit of the game for the Cubs. 1st and 2nd for
there and get deep into the count. Then they figured they will get a break and get a fastball from Andrew Lorraine.
50 pitches for Lorraine so far in the game, and Alou missed a double by a foot. Strike.
Team.
At one point it was below 3. Back in the old days, that was a common place at the moment. Alou has to protect with 2 on, 2 out, 2 strikes, and he grounds it to second. Belliard an easy play, and the inning is over. Nothing happening in the come third, and we are still scoreless. Oh, you can, but
it's daytime outside.
That's a little too deep for me to ponder at this point in the proceedings. As Gonzalez,
no, long flight.
Yeah, well, I know that. Maybe some folks can give us some tips on where to stay. And that ball might stay fair, and if it does, it's gone. It is a foul ball. Missed on.
So whereabouts in Hawaii are you going?
It's more of where we're not going.
Where you're not going? Ooh, okay. Check out the Grand Wailea. Nice.
I'm in a much different tax bracket. 3 balls and a strike.
That's right. Use those points.
That's it. Diamond Club membership and all. Ball 4. And Alex is aboard for the first time. First home run in that game.
He does the hitting and the pitching.
Well, he's a good left-hander. They've got 3 of them. The Dodgers have fired 13 shutouts at opponents this year. That's remarkable. To get ready for the weekend 4-game series. Starting tomorrow, we hope. And there's a rocket hit to left center field deep.
Sanchez
ain't going to catch that ball. It's a rope. Mark Bellhorn just hit a long 2-run homer to left center field. Well, Bellhorn scored the first run of the game. Latins out to that mound. Hard to believe, but coming into play today, the Cubs starters.
It's always been great pitching, but a lack of consistent clutch hitting.
That one driven into shallow center field by Miller, and nobody's getting that. Sanchez will play it on a couple of hops. And Lorraine makes a mistake on 0-2, and 3 straight Cub hitters are aboard.
On the pitcher's mound, so now you can get a better idea. You can see the ball just a little bit better. This is not going in and out of the sun or the shadows.
2-0 Cubs. They have 5 hits. Milwaukee has none. That's a little disappointing to Sal Real, while you do have a perfect game. Not saying it's going to happen, but that's called honesty. 2 balls and a strike. They did have a little trouble with that a couple of Novembers ago, you recall. 2 balls and a strike. I wonder if Sal's middle name is Chad. 1 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 1 man on, and Hundley dumps that ball into shallow right. Sexton can't get it. Neither can Belliard. Cubs are finding a little more green grass. 2 bloopers after the Bellhorn homer. Cubs enjoy a 2-run lead. Infield comes charging. Clement lays down a perfect bunt. Lorraine has only 1 play, and he throws it low. And did Belliard hold the bag? No, he bobbled it. That'll be an error on the pitcher on a sacrifice. The original coaches of the NFL expansion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. About both defenses here so far this afternoon. This has been horrible. Cubs have a lead, 2-0. Hot shot. Hill's 3 for 3. He drives home Miller, and the bases remain loaded. Lorraine can't get anybody out. Bobby Hill has come back with a bang today. And now with 3 on, nobody out, and a 3-0 lead. Patterson will be the hitter.
Corey Patterson is the only guy that has not reached base.
Just make contact. You're going to get a run if you do. Big swing. As Patterson take a few more pitches. Fought that one off.
He's tied with Mark Bell.
Belliard couldn't handle a low throw over at first. 3 errors combined today. Corey grounds that ball to Sexton. He's coming home first. 1 there. No return throw. Good play by Sexton. Have a no-hitter after 3.
You're not going to leave those guys tickets anymore, are you?
Hot shot. Fair ball inside the third base bag. That'll score Clement. That'll score Hill. Patterson around to third. They'll put the red light up late. And the throw to the plate would have had him by plenty. It's a double for Echeverria.
With a 2-run double, and that may be all as Jerry Royster comes out to make the change.
Andrew Lorraine goes 3 innings and a third. He's given up 5 runs so far. 8 hits. He walked only one man, struck out a couple. And the Cubs whacked him around pretty badly here this afternoon. 5-0 game in the fourth. Cabrera will come on and pitch. And he'll